Hello everyone, welcome back to another Tomato Sauce stream. Today, we're going to be doing a Rush tier list update, which is in a bit of a weird spot because we haven't had many events since the new box, and we haven't had many events since the new ban list was announced, which tournaments do put into play immediately. So we're in a bit of a weird spot when it comes to specifically doing the tier list, but I do want to make one anyway. Some of it's going to be a little bit predictive based on the changes that we can't see yet, like the Cyber Dragon and the Jointech stuff. We've already started to see kind of the fall of Light Galaxy, so we'll be able to do that quite easily. As for the actual gameplay today, what I want to do is I want to play a bit more speed, because we didn't actually play any speed on Tuesday, so we do want to play some of that. I have built our own kind of dragon pile, and there was actually quite an interesting development there, because originally we looked at the skills and we talked about them and we were like, okay, this Graceful Charity skill is like a +5. There's maybe stuff you can do with it, and we'll look forward to cooking with it. We were thinking about maybe Dragoonity, maybe some Dragon Maid stuff, right? Then we saw Icy get his hands on it, and he cogged on it using a Rose Dragon build that seemed pretty good, because going second, you can make the Black Rose Dragon to try and clear the board. Going first, you can make, spheres. You make IP, and you can make, I believe he was making the Psyframe guy that can, banish one of your opponent's special summon monsters. And I was like, okay, that seems pretty cool. So I tried to cook with Dragoonity. Dragoonity is very frail, is the biggest issue it has, as well as it doesn't have good searching. So, being able to grab Dragonic Ravine from the deck without the skill is actually really difficult. So, the more I was kind of looking into Dragoonity and the more I was looking at the combo lines, I kind of came to the conclusion that Dragoonity doesn't add a lot to the deck, and the benefit is you get to play their level 10 Synchro, which can negate a monster effect. And I'm like, is that worth jumping through all these hoops, investing all these spaces for this engine that doesn't really do a lot? It's like, eh. Hello, Sakadetsu. We'll talk to chat, I guess, real quick. Hello, human Portuguese dub fan. Welcome on in. Obviously, you were the first one. We have Pro Manicist. I didn't make it. Now I'm bronze. Rip. So, Manicist forgot to cog last month and did, try to push, but I guess he didn't make it. Rest in peace. Zakibo's cheapest FTK deck in the history. I don't know what FTK we're talking about there, but hello. We have Badge in the chat. Hello, Badge. Welcome. Hello, Mr. Tomato. We have Dragon. What search Dragon Ravine? We do, kind of, because I believe the dragon that searches Dragon Ravine. I could be wrong. Let me just double check this quick. Let me check the, if I just search Dragon Ravine, it should find all the ones that mention it, right? Because we don't have Romulus outside of a skill at the moment. We have Remus. Discard to add Dragon Ravine. Yeah, so Remus is the best you get, but then you have to play 3 Remus. And it's well, how many slots are we doing for this? Because the whole gist is we get a whole bunch of just stuff, and then we get Graceful Charity. And Graceful Charity can draw 3 cards deeper into the deck, which theoretically means that we could find, non-engine, and we could just have, really good staples, right? So the idea is we could grab things like Book of Eclipse, we could grab things like Forbidden Droplet, we could grab things like Imperm, stuff like that, right? Or you can play Tempest Dragon Roller. The issue with Tempest is I don't have it, and it's a box UR. That is my biggest issue with Tempest. But Tempest, I think, is a good card that I would include in this deck if I could. It's going to be a slow rush month. That's fine. We don't need every month to be a big rush month, right? At the end of the day, we're quite happy that we have rush in general. But we came to the conclusion that the Dragoonity wouldn't do us much good, right? That was kind of just the conclusion we came to. So what I did was, I went back to the drawing board. We added in just the Dragon Maid cards. And so we built a Dragon Maid pile, and we were playing it on ladder. We had a bunch of games yesterday. We had a good time playing it, right? Everything was hunky-dory. But the funny thing was, I was playing it on ladder, and I came to the conclusion that, the deck's fine. It's not, anything crazy. but like it doesn't do a lot going second. And we were playing it on ladder, everything was going fine. But we go over to Duel Links real quick. The funny thing was that after playing it, I played about 10 games, I want to say, on ladder. I then watched Grand's tournament where Icy queued up with this, which is very similar to the deck that I'm playing. So this is Icy's build that he did get top 32 with, I want to say. And this is basically the strategy, right? You have the Guardian Angel Charity skill. The skill works if you have a Guardian Angel Joan, if you have a Luster Dragon 2 or a Luster Dragon 1 in your hand. So you need to play a bunch of these cards, right? And then the rest of the deck is basically just gas. Now he's playing a very, very, very small engine for the Dragon Maids. He's just playing the, Chamber, the Tidying, and the Changeover. The deck that I built looks like this. This is what I was playing yesterday, which is a little bit more condensed. Obviously, we're playing only 20 cards, but this is a bit of a bigger Dragon Maid package. So we're on Parlor, we're on Chamber, we're playing Hospitality, we're playing Double Tidying. I don't know which one's like better. I haven't obviously tested Icy's build. I can't play Icy's build. But I didn't want to just sit here and say like, I came up with this build. Because although I did come up with this independently, Icy came up with the same strategy. So it's just funny how that kind of works out. Your dream ticket incoming. You're right. Bro didn't know. I mean, what didn't we know? Hello, Victor. Look, it's my favorite tomato. How's he doing? Good, I hope. Hello, Victor. I'm doing pretty good. We had a bit of a manic morning. Just a lot going on. But it's all been dealt with. It's all been sorted. I'm just a little bit tired after it. That's all. But other than that, we're doing pretty good. Yours is also good. I don't know which one is, like, better. I would assume probably Icy's. Icy's a much better speed player than me, so I would assume his list probably, like, has a lot more stuff going on. But the gist of this list is I only wanted to play 2 Joan. I think you need to play 2 in case the first one gets dealt with, because using the skill... So if anyone that doesn't know what the skill does... we cannot normal or special summon, excluding special summons from the extra deck, any monsters except Guardian Angel Joan, Dragon monsters. You can normal summon 1 Guardian Angel Joan during your main phase as your normal summon set, and Guardian Angel Joan can be normal summoned a set without tributing, right? So the issue is if you go second and you summon out your Joan, if your opponent hits it, like if they flip it down, if they pop it, if they banish it, if they do anything to it, your skill, the rest of the skill doesn't work, because to use the rest of the skill you need a Guardian Angel Joan. So sometimes if you go second, and you have a Joan in hand already, you can search out a second Joan. Then you summon out Joan. If your opponent hits it, you just have the backup Joan ready to go, right? So that's the logic of playing double Joan. Obviously, it also increases the chance that you just find one of these 8 cards in your open, which is also pretty good. But then the other effect is we can reveal a Luster Dragon 2, Luster Dragon, Guardian Angel Joan from our hand to add a Guardian Angel Joan or Dragon normal monster from your deck to your hand, then send 1 Dragon monster from your deck to the graveyard. So, again, the logic is we get the Guardian Angel Joan if we don't already have it. If we already have it, we can grab probably Luster Dragon number 2. We summon this out. We activate the skill. We dump, usually, Chamber Dragon Maid. But if we already have Chamber, we can dump Parlor. Then we can summon out the Guardian Angel Joan. And then we activate the next part of the skill. If you control Guardian Angel Joan, you can add 1 Graceful Charity and a Stamping Destruction from outside of your deck to your hand. And then you could play up to 1 Luster Dragon 2 and 1 Luster Dragon, up to 2 cards total from your deck to your field face down defense position. Positions to be changed. Now, despite how this is worded, you can take 2 of the same. So you can just take 2 Luster Dragon number 2s, set them both on the field, flip them both back up, overlay into a tomb, right? So that's kind of what we like to do. That's the ideal, right? And then we also just have a Stamping Destruction to get rid of an opponent's back row if they have any. If they don't have back row, or back row we're not really worried about, we can just discard it for the Graceful Charity. And then the logic is, we thinned out our deck quite a lot by this point, and then Graceful Charity hopefully digs into our non-engine, so that we just have that as like a really good like follow-up. And we are obviously playing Eclipse and Droplet, which are really good board breakers as well. That's the logic behind this deck. Does it always work? No. But it's fun. It's been fun to cook with this. We've been enjoying it. Yeah, that happens to me so many times. Are you gonna FTK people? I don't even know what the FTK is. I do not know what this so-called FTK is that people are talking about. But hello, Augustine. Welcome, welcome. Have you gotten a haircut? Wouldn't High Wave King Caesar work with it too? So the issue with High Wave King Caesar is it needs 2 fiends. So it doesn't really work in here. No imperm, valid selection box. I mean, I do have the imperm. right? Like, we do have it. What I should probably do is actually add it to my favorites as well. I don't really use my favorites on the speed account. We search the imperm quick. We can just... Like, I have this card. I was playing it yesterday, but I don't know if it's better than the other non-engine pieces we already have. It's a weird one. Burn? Yeah, but what is it? Like, what is the line? What is the combo line that FTKs? Like, what cards do it, you know? Everyone's just like, the FTK is like, what FTK? It was 2 Fiends. I thought it was 2 level 6. Oh, wow, I've read it wrong so often. I mean, it's because a lot of the time you will just use 2 Fiends, right? And a lot of decks just play Fiends anyway. But this deck, we're in an interesting spot because we're only actually playing 2 cards outside of the 4 that we can play. I don't know if we should be playing like a 30-card deck or not for this. I don't know. Can I post links? So I would allow links, but my bot won't, and I'm not going to go through the hassle of turning off my bot. So unfortunately, no. I paid 300 box chips just for 3 Luster Dragon 2. Was that necessary? Was that really necessary? But yeah, this is what we're going to be playing a bit today. But before we play, we are going to be doing a couple of other bits and bobs. Yeah, you can obviously post it in the Discord as well. To anyone that isn't already in the Discord, !Discord should get you a link that takes you there. I guess we'll go over the bits and bobs first things first. So we've obviously got this new world update. New world update is pretty cool. Now the issue is we've had a couple of events. And the events aren't super exciting, right? So we had the Quantum Tournament and Generator 1. Now, that's fine. Generator's a bit of an interesting deck, I suppose. Especially, like, at this point, realistically, if you're not, like, Shadow or Despia, you're an interesting deck. That's kind of how I'm looking at this. So, I'm happy to see this deck doing okay, right? Second place was Ancient Gear, which is like, you know, Ancient Gear's been around for a long time. I still think Ancient Gear's kind of cool, but it's an old deck, effectively. Right? We want to see the new decks, right? That's what we're really looking for. Then we have Speedroid, and then we had Speedroid, right? So, not a great first showing, right? Then we had the Grand Prix yesterday, which was also a little bit disappointing. There was a lot of interesting decks in the Grand Prix, but the top cut was pretty much all the same old, right? There, like the top 2, I believe, was Shadow and Despia again. So it's just like, where are all the new decks? And I think down in like the top 16, there was a bunch of Blue Eyes lists that did pretty well. And so like that's pretty cool. I think Eldritch got like top 4 or top 8. So like, there is stuff going on, right? It's just not... There's not a lot going on. We were expecting maybe some more Sword Soul. We were expecting some of the other new decks to at least do something. But so far, they don't seem to be. Now, it's still early days. Still very, very early days. So anything can happen. A new build could be found. Maybe people just got unlucky. Maybe people just don't know how to play the decks yet, etc., etc. Anything can happen. But, can I put the speed channel? Yeah, you can post on the speed channel. Let's have a look. All right, let's get this up. We'll open it on here. Let's mute this for a second. So this is a video. Right, we'll translate this quick. We'll pause this for now. Oh, that's going to be loud. Let's turn that down for now. All right. Sad news, Duel Links service ends on the 1st of the world renewal. The first 1-kill deck with a high success rate is born. The most broken skill in history. The draws never stopped. Duel Links has reached the point where skill inflation is on the rise, so it's time to end it. Okay, so this is just the skill. This is the deck. So, obviously we're using Into the Void. So we draw, brow for more draws. This is more draws, draw. Dragon's Gunfire is what, 800 burn? Okay, let's watch the video. We should probably have it like this, realistically. All right, let's have a look. Okay, pretty generic hand. Activate skill. So we can add another Joan. Send Spiral Dragon. Yeah, we're summoning Joan. Look at that bowl cut. Activate the skill. Add Stamping Destruction, add Graceful Charity. Summon two dragons. So we'll go for the 2 6s. So we're going to overlay into something. I don't know what rank 6 we're specifically looking for here. We go into a tomb. A tomb gets out red empty. So this is all pretty standard so far. Spiral goes... Oh, it's this guy. I can't remember what this guy's name is, but... Oh my god. We just draw 3 off of it. And then we just draw and we draw and we draw. Double brow proc. So 800, 800, 800. Where are we getting the other 16 from? Oh, that puts them back in the deck, and then we just keep drawing. Oh my god. That is... Okay. The issue is, I think this is actually a really cool skill that, like, lends itself to some really interesting deck building. But because you can abuse it like this, it absolutely needs to get some sort of hit, right? The thing is, what would you hit here? Would you hit the limit 1 draw guy? Would you hit the skill itself? Because, like, this is all a bunch of limited cards already. Like, do you just put more of this on limit 3? We're going to limit 3 Brow. We'll limit 3 Darkhold Dealings. I mean, Darkhold Dealings could probably be limited 3, and that'd be fine. I don't think that matters. But it's kinda... Generator is playing a trap that counter the Despiers. I mean, that's pretty cool. It's just using Dragon's Inferno. Gunfire, sorry, yeah. 240,000 views. I mean, that's not surprising. Someone says FTK, everyone's gonna look at it. Rebecca! Giant Trainer. Hello, Sora Mia. Welcome, welcome. Coach King, Giant Trainer, Exodia at home. Just hit the burn spell. How do we hit the burn spell, though? Because this burn spell is garbage. Like, it's actually garbage. Like, you could halve it. Or you could just, like, put it to 3. Or something. But, like, it's so funny that it only matters for this. The thing is, if you get rid of this burn spell, and the rest of the deck still exists, theoretically, you could just do this with any other card that does 800, 600, maybe even 500 damage, if we're able to loop enough. Tomato, what is your opinion on DDD? And hello, people, by the way. Hello, Hidden. I don't... I like DDD, just as a deck in general. If you're asking me how I think it performs at the moment in Duel Links, not very well. I don't think it's new, but new skill. It was ages ago it's got its skill, but it still feels new. Didn't really do much for the deck. I like it aesthetically. I like the gameplay of DDD as well. Exactly, it's trash if they hit it, no one care. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I do think, though, hitting Darkhold Dealings is fine as well. Like, a lot of these draw spells, people only play in degenerate shit like this, so it's just like, you just get rid of all of them. Fuck Duel Links? Fuck Duel Links DDD. I mean, yeah, fair. I think DDD is a cool deck, personally, but, you know. Tis what it is. But yeah, overall, I would like to see more new decks performing well, but I think that's a sentiment echoed throughout everyone, right? The thing is, on week 1, I always like to see people try out the new decks, and whenever someone brings, like, one of the old decks, like, if someone's bringing Despia to a tournament, yesterday or the day before, for example, when we have all of these really cool new decks. Like, we had 3 products, right? We had the selection box. We had, effectively, if we include Noah, right? That's like 5 new characters. I mean, realistically, we're not really counting Kybra or Yugi, because they just got, like, a couple of skills each. There's nothing, like, super insane there, but it is, like, a new deck each, for the very least. New deck, I suppose. But there's a lot of new cards, right? We got the selection, we got the new main box, we got a new... structure deck, so many new stuff, so many new different types of decks that you could be playing, and then people are like, oh, I'm gonna play Despia. It's like, oh, come on, guys, what are we doing? What are we doing here? Fuck Master Duel DDD. Hello, Murata. Hello, welcome, welcome. I was gonna name myself DDB, Different Dimension Bonkai. Could work. Soramea on the 3-stream streak. We are just a placeholder for the Tier 0 Shinobird. Alright, by the way, what is going on with Shinobird? Where are the Shinobirds? When are we getting these? Am I stupid? Have they been announced and I just, like, missed it? Where Where Shino Birds? When do we get these cards? Where are they meant to be? Only 3 watch stream, get a job. Real. Oh, they're all level up rewards. Oh, I see. Do we have his level up rewards? Like, do we have the list? Well, because are we getting 3 of each? Like, are we gonna have like an entire playset of all of the Shinobird stuff, or are they gonna like hold some of them ransom or hostage, I suppose? Because I don't think we have his level up stuff yet, right? It's in the game. I mean, actual free-to-play deck. I mean, we say that. This card is probably going to be reasonably good in this deck and is locked in the selection box. So, kind of free-to-play. Amano Iwato, no! Yeah, Amano Iwato is always going to be here to ruin everyone's fun, but it is what it is, I suppose. I was told you don't need pre-prep. I don't think you need pre-prep, but I think pre-prep would probably help, right? In the same way that people were like, oh, you can play dinosaurs without Fossil Dig. You should probably have Fossil Dig, though, if you have it, right? Like, I don't think you need pre-prep, right? Because the skill is going to do a lot of the heavy lifting. But I think if you had pre-prep, you would use it, right? Like, I have a single copy of pre-prep, so I'll probably use that. Is that United for Eternity? Hello, how are you? I'm doing pretty good, United. How are you doing? Oh, I'm a little bit tired. Just a little bit tired. We're a little bit low energy, so you might not get the same peppiness from me today. Also, Tomato, did you watch the new Vanguard app? Was the new one? So I don't know if there's been a newest, like, one since the last one I watched. The latest one I watched was Michiru versus Aki. What's his name? What's the main character called? I just call him Aki. What is his name? Pepinos? I mean, I don't know what that means. I'm gonna need to know opinions because I'm very conflicted. What do you mean? So, where I'm at with Vanguard, I think the latest episode was good. I don't think it was bad. I like Michiru. I don't really like the final matchup, but I kind of get it. I suppose the other thing to talk about is as well we have the new rank rewards. So Yatagarasu is finally in the game. It's crazy, man. Yatta locked. I don't think this is gonna matter. Maybe someone's gonna come up with some like super degen strat that just 100% of the time wipes your opponent's board and hand, and then Yatta can like just win the game. But I don't think it's gonna matter too much. Stars Align is an interesting card. It's going to be very niche, obviously. It's only really useful in ritual decks. And then we got Heavy Roller. Heavy Roller is a weird one. So, in my mind, Heavy Roller makes sense to be the replacement for Elemental Circulation in the baseball deck, right? So, we hit Elemental Circulation. We put it to, like, 3, or we put it to 2, or we put it to whatever we're doing. We're hitting the card because it's broken, and then they go, okay, here's Heavy Roller, so you can still sort of have the same game plan, it's not as broken, right? But that's not what they did. They just left Cirque. I don't think you play this next to Cirque, right? Because that's just too many slots. Because you might just end up with a hand of just like all spells and just not be able to do anything. Because you still need to find like a 2000 defender, right? So I don't know if Heavy Roller is going to see play in that deck. It's weird. It is weird. I mean, it's a cool card. The issue this card has always had is that you need to have a field spell. But in Duel Links, that's alleviated, right? Because if you're playing baseball, you just get the skill to search it for free. So this card's just always live. So like that kind of works. Heavy Roller and Cirque. I think that bloats the deck too much, personally. Heavy Roller, Noodle Ninjas Tier 0, but then you have to have a field spell. Like, what field spell are Noodles playing? And then you don't have a guarantee that you see it because you don't have a skill that gets it. Pre-planned for the circulation hit. Well, that's the thing. If we've just had the ban list. Like, we've literally just had it. Heavy Roller gonna change this meta like Shady did? Don't think so, you know. Just a sneaking suspicion it's not going to be doing that. It's also funny that Giant Rex is now just a UR drop from Noah because he played it in his Wondle. I've been gaslit the Heavy Roller uses fire cards. Have I been gaslit that it uses fire cards? No, it uses fire cards. But the effect is, send a fire attribute card from your hand to the graveyard, draw 1 card. That is a terrible, terrible card. Then, if you have a field spell on the field, draw 1 additional card. So if you're drawing twice, this becomes an okay/good card, right? But you need a field spell. They changed ideas some days after announcing the list, trust. I mean, they could have done, right? They absolutely could have done. Speaking of, we are going to be updating our tier list. So we're going to go ahead and do that now, I think. We'll go and get that done. So we're in a bit of a weird spot at the moment because we haven't had that many events, right? Since the new box, we've had these 4 events. And since the new ban list was announced, we've had this event. So we're a bit starved for competitive events to kind of base information off of. But we did have a war. So that's at least something we can go by. So this was my team versus Sora's team. So this was UTS versus Royal Roman. So at the very least, we can see which decks we used, right? So these are arguably the 2 best teams and what the 2 best teams deemed the strongest decks, right? So we can see what Light Galaxy Hero, Sevens Road, Baseball. That's it. So it's those 4 decks. Interestingly, no one brought Music Princess, or at least no one used Music Princess. What else did we not see here? We didn't see, I guess, Join Tech. We didn't see Tier Thing. Just give me Dark Galaxy Contact Fusions. I think it might be a bit too early for that. Sheep Tier 3. I think Sheep is definitely going to make the tier list this time. No, I don't bring that right now. But we don't have results to go by. This is like this is arguably the most competitive, like, event that we've had, right? This was the grand finals. Arguably some of the best players, at least from the, I guess just in the world, really. Like, there's a lot of Worlds players here. Because we had what? We had, Zenzo and Quantum, 2 Worlds players. We had Giorfio and Parco, 2 Worlds players. So, like, we had a lot of Worlds players here. Don't look, Sora. Close your eyes. And these Duel Links events are still more than all Vanguard Premium events. What do you mean, more? Do you mean, like, there are more of them? There's, like, 4 different decks here. And that's very telling of the meta, though, right? That's very, very telling. But obviously, we can jump back to here. So we can see right now, obviously, this is taking into account all of these events. So we can see that Light Galaxy was the top performing deck, then Hero, Sevens Road, Miss Mutton, Music Princess. But if we come over here, this is just the latest event, which is the only event we've had using the new ban list. And E-Hero absolutely dominated, then Sevens Road, then Music Princess. But again, this is just one tournament. So this is just like 2 E-Heroes topped. Crazy, right? And they're all already top tiers, yeah. But they didn't have me. I mean, you're gonna, you know, maybe Hidden Bankai, if you like try real hard, you can make it to Worlds. And then you'll be one of the top Worlds players. And that would be really exciting. But this was our old tier list. And in this list, we were already a bit hesitant about having this as a solo tier 1. I think realistically, this is coming down and these are going up. I think this makes sense. I think these were the 2 decks that were like doing the most heavy lifting here. Like if we have a look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 games of Hero, right? We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games of Sevens Road. Like, that is such a massive drop-off compared to Hero. I think it's either this or it's this, right? It's one of these two. Realistically. Is that Dwan in the chat? Hello, Dwan. Also, I did see Dwan was playing the... Oh, what were you playing? You were playing Altergeist in the tournament yesterday? And you did really well. So congratulations to that. I would have loved to watch the entire thing, but Grand's tournament ends at like 2 a.m. for me. Like, it's so early in the morning that I just can't stay up and watch it. Oh, Altergeist. The thing is, Altergeist is a deck... I've never really been a huge fan of Altergeist, but that's just because the version that was played previously that I've played against just kind of never runs out of resources. It's just always just throwing shit in the way so you can never kill them. It's just annoying. Yeah, we were flipping some traps. I mean, the big thing that we've been seeing as well is Eldritch, right? Like, Eldritch has been around. I guess that's like kind of the real Floodgate deck. Which is so funny, because my initial impression was, Eldritch is coming to Duel Links. Okay, but they don't have Skill Drain, they don't have Imperial Order, they don't have Rivalry. Like, how good is that deck actually going to be? And then it's like, yeah, non-fusion area. The trap card that stops you from synchro summoning. Then there's like, what, Eye of Truth? Like, there's so... It's like, oh, we'll just find other floodgates. Don't worry, that we have plenty. Of course, it's Quantum to take the L. The fall off is real. Quantum's fine. The thing is, right? If we're taking a look at this specifically, the biggest issue with a format like this is it's best of ones. Like, all of these are best of ones. You never get to find out like a best of 3. Like, if you just play like your best deck and you just brick, it's like, get fucked, right? And as well, the coin flip can decide a lot in this sort of format, right? So do not take this as like if UTS and RRF played, you know, if we played this out like 10 times, there's no guarantee that Roman wins more of those 10 wars, right? That's just not how this goes. There is a lot of RNG involved in this. So take that into account as well when we're like looking at these results. E-Hero and 7's high tier 1, like Galaxy tier 2. I think if Music Princess gets Turbodish and Axion, it becomes high tier 2/low tier 1. Yeah, I think I prefer this, personally, because I think Spellcasters is a deck. I think a lot of people sleep on this, but it's like, it's always doing well. Oh, Tierlist today. Hello, Louise. Welcome on in. Alter Cringe. I mean, it's one of those things. I think there's a lot of people that really like Altergeist. I think a lot of people gel with its like strategy, the way it plays. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of Ghost Girl fans out there as well. I think it is one of the favorites, because I've obviously been watching Vrains. Obviously, we haven't done it in a while, mind, because we keep forgetting. But watching Vrains, Ghost Girl is one of the better characters in Vrains. Also, I got to say, right? People talk about Vrains like it's amazing. Now, again, we've only watched a third of it. We've watched 33% of Vrains so far. So far, there aren't that many good characters. I think Playmaker is actually one of the weakest characters in that show so far. Again, I can only speak to what I've watched, right? But I'm like, Revolver is just cool. We don't really know a ton about him yet, but he's just cool, right? And just he gets the cool factor. I think that... God, what's the Goki guy called? Gore? The Gore? What he's called? Him. I think he's my favorite character in the show. I think Blue Angel is the most boring character out of everyone in that show so far. I don't know if she's going to get better, but at the moment, she is so boring. Like, every time she's on the screen, if she's dueling or having a chat or whatever, I'm like, can we just go next? I'm just so done with you, Blue Angel. Hopefully she improves. But so far, very, very mid. I actually think her and Playmaker are the worst characters in the show right now. I think my favorite characters are... Oh god, what are the names? The guy that plays... The insane guy... Is it Spectre? That plays the plant deck. Crap, what was that plant deck called? I keep thinking it's Ricka, but it's not. Ricka's the other plant deck. Go Onizuka. If you love Go Onizuka, you're going to absolutely hate Season 2. The thing is, I've been spoiled on what happens to Go, so I am a bit sad about that. But aren't the lower tier decks more prone to bricking? I never saw a 7's Road player not being able to fusion summon. I mean, that's true, right? Basically, this is based on, like, win rate, performance, and how strong a deck overall is, rather than like ceiling or like specifically brick potential. So if a deck's winning more, typically it's a deck that bricks less. That's just like natural, right? These two are probably two of the decks that brick the least, and therefore they're in the top tier, right? That just makes sense. Revolver used Mirror Force and force all the monsters into the graveyard. I mean, that is what Mirror Force does. Blue Angel Slander. Just so far, she's done like nothing. Her character is so boring. Sun Avalon, thank you. Sun Avalon, yes. The Sun Avalon guy, Spectre, I think he is great. He is one of the highlights of the show for me so far. I think Join Tech may be a tier 2 now. Oh, it's really hard to do Join Tech and Cyber Dragon, just because we don't really know the impact yet, right? I would debate that since I had this in tier 3 before, and it's getting stronger, I would maybe put this up here. I think this is comfortably here. I think I'm okay with this here as well. And it's like, the question is, do we move Baseball? I don't think Baseball's necessarily tier 2. Unfortunately, I don't see it. I think it could be. Like, the extra +1 is actually really big. This deck can also force... Like, you can't play around Shady that much, but you can force Shady, which I think is a really, really good skill to have. Join Tech still loses to a decent amount of stuff in the format. I mean, yeah, but like, it's always going to lose to like these, right? Join Tech has a good match against 7s and Hero, and they buff the skill. I don't know if I'd say it has a good match against 7s and Hero. I would say it's like an okay match. Like, I wouldn't say it's like a winning matchup by any stretch. Join Tech high tier 3. We probably need to wait until after the skill changes to do Join Tech and Sidro. I mean, we're still going to do like a prediction, right? Like either way. Even if it's like not accurate, like again, like a tier list prediction is still fine as well. Join Tech is very strong versus 7s and Hero. Yeah, Baseball better with the new draw power. It gets demolished if they allow Music Princess to play more than one turn. Or just don't let them play more than one turn. Easy. I mean, I'm not opposed to any of it, to be honest. Like, to me, the difference between this and this is... It's like semantics, right? At the end of the day, it's... Like, what is the difference between the tiers? Like, this deck can still beat these decks. Like, it's not a huge gap between these tiers, I don't feel. Light Galaxy is a tier 2. I think Light Galaxy is a tier 2 is fair. Like, the deck's been, like, slipping. Like, I mean, if we take a look here, like, Light Galaxy was doing okay specifically here because of this, and obviously here. Since it got hit, obviously we've only had one event. And if we take a look at the war, it was seen... What? It lost a game here. Then it lost, won, and lost. So it went negative total. The question is what we do in the rest of this. I think this could come up here. I think these probably even go down here. I think this comes off the list. I kind of want to leave this. I don't know. What are we doing with... I think these two decks, like they're like almost decks, but they're just not decks. Do you know what I mean? Like, are we really expecting Dark Galaxy Fusion in its current form to do much of anything? Are we really expecting, like, Matarian to top as it currently is? Like, I could see these two kind of sneaking in. I mean, even that's a little bit cope. Like, if everything goes right for the V friend, the deck's like okay. But like, if everything goes right. So it's like Dragius is high rogue. I don't dislike that. I don't think I would have this as tier 3. I don't know where I'd put it with this. Like, I don't know which one I think's better. Sheep got multiple top 4s in a row. I mean, yeah, Sheep's coming in. Sheep is definitely coming in. But I don't think Sheep is going to be above tier 3. Like, I think Sheep is a good deck, right? I don't want to, like, take that away from it. But in a lot of ways, this deck is very similar to this deck, right? They're basically combo decks that's main gimmick is they can basically ignore Shady, right? So both these decks are kind of the same deck. They even play the same, like, similar hero engine. Mods like draggy ass. Miss Mutton Bros. A Sheep is tiered, let's go. A Sheep can be changed to Handy Lady, to be honest. No, why? Why would we change the art? Right, putting Handy Lady in the, like, on the tier list, like, as the actual card art of Handy Lady, I think is so disingenuous. Because it's like, yeah, the skill uses Handy Lady, but you almost never actually summon Handy Lady. You're not making any Handy Lady plays. The deck is Miss Mutton. Miss Mutton is the win con. Me Hero's the only tier 1. I can understand that, because, I mean, we were saying at the start that, like, this and this was fine. Like, I don't mind which one. But I do think this deck is still good. I think the big thing for me is I think I would have Spellcasters above... Like, I kind of like having Spellcasters a tier above Psychic. Above Galaxy. Which would mean I'd have to bump these down, which means I have to bump everything else down, and then, like, it cascades, right? I mean, there's an Oblivion version. The Oblivion version, though, has done, like, next to nothing. It got 1 top 8. Like, do we tier it based on 1 tournament appearance? I think when it proves itself, outside of, like, 1 tournament appearance on the first day when the cards were legal, then we'll start talking, right? Stop making me as a Handy Lady in the breakdown. People like Sheep more. That's a fast tier list. I mean, the other thing we have to talk about as well is this. Like, where are you going, my friend? Where do we predict Sidra is going to end up with the new skill change? Because, like, I really want to cope on Sidra. I really want to cope on this deck. Part of me is like, I don't think it's going to change much. Tier 0. Jointech got 1 top appearance and it's tier 3. That's not true though. You're literally lying. Alright, let's go back and have a look. So we had... If we just do a control F, that's probably going to be the easiest, right? So we have 1 over there, that's not helpful. So we had 2! We had 2 immediately here. We had 1 top 4. We had 1 tournament win. And then if we go back 1 more as well, it got 2 more top 4s. It's consistently topping. I don't know. We've even got 2 more top 8s here. We got another top 8 over here. Like, Jointech's fine. It's everywhere. What do you mean? Oh, we should go back over here. High Rogue or the last tier 3? Oh, you think last tier 3? I don't even know if I think High Rogue might even be generous for this. I'm not even sure what... Like, again, it's so hard to... Because, like, with a lot of the rest of this, it's kind of easy to understand what's going to happen, right? This deck is going to get 1 more plus. That's pretty good. But, like, you kind of understand how that's going to affect the game. With this, getting access to Fusion and Proto, like every turn you can get one or the other. It's really hard to know exactly how that's going to perform. Sidra Bros, why Konami hate us? I mean, they'll give you more cards. They'll just keep drip feeding them, right? Sidra is not getting out a High Rogue. Yeah, I don't think it is. Make a Cyber Dragon tier. Yeah, it's called High Rogue. Really, these are just in Cyber Dragon tier. Below Rogue. I don't think we need anything else, right? Like, does anyone honestly think we need, like, the old Dragius skill, Dark Galaxy Fusion, or Metarian even on this list? I mean, even the rogue decks, do we even consider these two rogue? Like, I mean, they are rogue, right? Because they're like, they can win. But I suppose by that logic, every deck is rogue, right? Anything that can potentially just win a game goes in rogue. Because that's kind of what rogue is. Rogue has either like a really good matchup into one of the above decks or like can take games. And like in Rush, everything can take games. Rush is just like a lot of variance. That's just how Rush is. I don't hate this list, though. What's the big outlier? I guess one of them is that we did see some baseball here, but baseball didn't, like, do very well, right? Baseball immediately lost and immediately lost. So, like, both teams obviously rated baseball to a certain extent, but it didn't perform, like, at all. So I think it's fair to keep it in tier 3, personally. I suppose the next question is, like, do we rearrange these? Like, I thought this deck just seems like it's really good. I kind of want to do this, as weird as it is. There's something about tier thing where it sometimes just wins games, like just completely out of nowhere. And it does it through Shady sometimes, which is like really weird. Because you sit there and you go, oh, if Cryosaur gets Shadied, you just lose. But like we've seen time and time again that the deck could just play through Shady, right? You go Cryosaur, they go flip it down. You go, okay, I'll tribute it off to summon out another boss monster, then I'll summon Cataphract, get back Cryosaur. Do it again. And it's like, oh, you could just keep going, I guess. Maximum can still get a surprise Floodgate Factor on ladder, a Join Tech, and 3 OTKs. I mean, basically, right? But like, this is sort of an OTK deck, or at least this deck has the potential to OTK. This deck doesn't OTK very much, but still can. This is an OTK deck. This isn't really an OTK deck, but it can, like, do a lot of damage, I guess. I don't know, I think this is fine, right? I think this is an okay tier list. I stopped playing traps because of the immense back row removal in the format. It's crazy. Well, that's the thing, right? If you know everyone's going to be on a ton of back row removal, then if you just take out traps, you're good to go, right? But in some situations, you'll have decks like Galaxy, where they don't really play back row removal. Like, they have it on Plasma, but they don't have to go into Plasma, and they can just OTK you. And if you don't have any of the trap cards that protect you, then you just kind of die. Obviously, this deck is, like, really good at popping back row. This deck's really good at popping back row. This deck's really good at popping back row. This deck's really good at popping back row. This one isn't. This one doesn't usually. This one also doesn't usually. These ones try and ignore your back row. That's their gimmick. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think that's fine. I think we're okay with this. Well, what that means is, I guess, we are going to play a little bit of speed. I think that's what we're doing now. I think we're going to play a little bit of speed. And then after a few games with this, I do want to basically hop in and try and do some of these dual puzzles again, because I did quite enjoy that last time. What's Sidra doing in High Rogue? Well, Sidra's getting buffed, right? That's why it's there. Hello, Big Man Neo, by the way. Welcome, welcome. 8 out of 10 player are Axel and Heroes, at least on ladder. I mean, that's true. Damn, Red Boot Bros fell off so hard. Red Boot has done, like, nothing for so long. Which is, like, it's a shame, but it is what it is, right? Yami Bakura is always, like, so annoying. Although we are going first, so maybe it won't be as annoying. Right. Activate the skill. Reveal Luster Dragon. Grab Joan. Send Chamber. Summon Joan. Activate the skill. Casual +4. We'll flip. We'll flip. We'll go into a tomb. Unfortunately, we're not going to FTK, so... Because we're not playing that version. We'll activate a Tomb. Grab out Red MD. Red MD effect. We're not doing that. Stop trying to do that. Bring back Chamber. Chamber effect. We'll grab Change Over. We'll go Spheres. What's the way we want to do this? We're kind of done with deep drawing, so we'll go Graceful now. We want you, and we want you. Probably don't need... Having Luster in hand, though, can be useful, because then you can't react with monster effects. I don't really want to get rid of Stamping Destruction, because he's probably going to get out Zombie. Oh, does it matter? No, we'll get rid of Stamping Destruction, and we'll get rid of probably Droplet here. Alright, so now I could just normal summon the Luster and link with those. Although, do I need effect monsters to make this? 2 non-link monsters is all it needs. So we'll do this. We'll go into IP. Then we'll go Changeover. Into Shio. Then we'll set 1. Set 2. Set 3. And pass. Alright, let's see what he's got. What is this game? This is called Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Wait, since when was IP Masquerade and Duel Links? IP's been in the game for a while now. I want to say this came out like 4 months ago, something like that. Bro, we're living in a cave. Right. We'll Shio, bring back Chamber. We'll Chamber, add Tidying. Okay. Now, the biggest issue with this board is I'm going to be ass at playing it. You could tribute this card, special summon 1 card from your hand or deck, 1 ancient Golem or once that mentions it. I mean, do we care? I don't know, let's just let him go. The thing is, the issue that I'm always going to have is I don't know the other people's decks well enough to know when I should interrupt them. So I'm just going to kind of do it by feel. Because, like, I don't care about Ancient Golem. It's going to activate Fusion. I mean, this is probably what we stop. Let's bring out House. Ending the battle phase. So I'll go Tidying. One monster your opponent controls and destroy it. So I should target one of these. But it's the... we should have waited until he went into combat. That would have been better. Because we're still in the main phase. So he's just going to get a reset. Okay, we'll just put that back. Okay, we misplayed there a little bit, but that's fine. It's because I was worried about Ancient Gear Golem's, like, effect stopping combat traps. And I was like, no, it's only when it attacks, so it didn't matter. Okay, it was fine either way. It did not matter. It did not matter. Puzzles! I mean, we're going to be doing the puzzles. We're going to be doing the puzzles for sure. I have 12k gems and nothing to use it on. I mean, in some ways, that's a good thing, right? First time I'm enjoying speed in years. I mean, that's a good thing, right? Gamble all, what the... You went +5? I did go +5. Lol, free Graceful Charity. It's amazing, isn't it? This is what speed players think Rush is like. But nothing. What is this game? Wait a sec. When was Lady Masquerena? Scary Board. Sadly, this deck has gas for just one turn, sadly. Yeah, I mean... So one thing I was toying with is playing a bit more of a Dragon-made engine. And the reason why is so that you can basically have more grind game, right? Because your skill doesn't do anything after turn 1, right? But if you've already gained enough power in that first turn, maybe it doesn't matter. Because like if you get access to Nurse, like Nurse just brings back either Chamber or Parlor, and then you just keep looping, right? Because you're always going to have access to stuff with Changeover. Because, I mean, that's the whole thing with Dragon Maids, right? Is they are a very grind-heavy deck. Can I stream snipe? I mean, I can't stop you, Bez. Like, I literally can't stop you. The puzzle rise up in just some days is incredible. Yeah, it's been cool to see everyone playing and doing the puzzles. Sherry LeBlanc. So this is probably going to be De Fleur. I don't know what version of De Fleur. Maybe a new De Fleur. Alright. Activate skill. Reveal Luster Dragon. So this is a little bit awkward because we have 2 Luster Dragon 2s in hand, which is not ideal, but it is what it is. Summon Joan. Okay, he has something. So this could be Veiler or Imperm, or it could be Crow. We'll go 1. We'll go 2. We'll flip this up. I think we're probably gonna tribute summon because I want the Attune, and if nothing else, if he like drops an Imperm on the Attune, like at least it's gone, I guess. Alright, we'll attempt to use Attune. Like, if you have an Imperm, surely you just do it here, right? Or a Veiler, I suppose. Okay, so he's going to drop the Imperm. I think that's fine. I don't think we, like, do anything to this. So now the question is, do we just go for a set 3 play? Like, that's not awful, especially since we do have the Graceful. Okay, Changeover is a little bit awkward. There's no real reason to hold on to it, so we'll just send it. And then we've already normaled, so like keeping Luster Dragon doesn't do much for us. It comes down to like, are we going to link or are we just going to leave this board? If we link, like we can't make spheres. I think we probably do this. We keep the high level so that we can go into Shio on a later turn. Right. I mean, we're not in, like, an awful spot. Obviously, this is not a great spot, but, like, this could be so much worse. We have to stop him before he gets out, like, the big negates, though. That's the issue. Okay, Société de Fleur. That's fine. What happens if I just flip this all down now, though? Like, what do you do? I'm gonna try this. We'll see what happens. Because you can flip this up. But, like, unless you have a link 1. What's the name of this song? I love the good guitar riff. This is Live and Learn by Crush 40. Tomato playing Speed. What fever dream is this? We play Speed occasionally. We're a big Dino player. We used to play a lot of Dragon Maids as well. I'll always be a Rush main, but I always like a bit of Speed every now and then. So one monster from your field to the graveyard to grab that. Okay. That's fine. Straight to battle. I'd rather not lose that. Is it really a huge deal if we do lose it? Kind of. I'm gonna flip that one down. I don't know if that was worth 2, but it is what it is. Tidying not the best here. Alright, we'll flip this up. We'll use a tomb. We'll detach. Bring back Red MD. Chamber. Chamber's gonna grab Hospitality here. We'll go Changeover. We'll flip this up. Can we even do anything through this board? We can go into this, spin 1. Could link one of them off. I don't think that's worth it. I mean, maybe it is. 3, 4, 5, so I need an extra 2. I mean, if we got... This can't attack, so we're using that either way. If we go into Shio... Because what I could do is just summon Chamber, then link into this by using this, this, and this. Activate Unicorn. We'll get rid of one of these. But anyway, it's struck by a card effect, so that should be fine. Then we go Hospitality. Bring this back. Activate Changeover. Into Shio. I don't know why I thought I would have another way to get rid of a monster here, but I don't, so... I don't know if there was a lethal line here that I just completely missed. I probably did. Get out Chamber. Chamber effect. Grab the Tidying. Okay. Let's see what he's got. Let's see what our Deflare opponent has. That's the other thing. Could Deflare use their skill every turn? Or is it just a once per duel thing? Because if it is, he's kind of spent. I mean, that's kind of annoying. Especially because that now means that tidying's turned off. Because now I need a tidying in the graveyard. I suppose I could MST my own tidying, bring back Shio. I'm not convinced that's a good play, though. Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does. Oh, he's playing Generator? Generator de Fleur? That's fine for now. Now he gets a free special. That's not ideal. One generator, special summon level 9 generator monster didn't name from your deck. I think we've probably already lost this game. I think the double lava golem was too much. They can still do this shit as well. The thing is, I want to hold the MST in case he goes boss stage, but I don't think it matters. Because, like, he's already got all this shit out. Sure, I'm just going to MST my own at this point. I don't know. Thank you for the subscription, Gunkin Suship Shari.
Gunkin Suship Shari just subscribed with Prime.
I think we're just super cooked here. It's just Lava Golem. It's just we just could not play through Lava Golem. I mean, to be fair, we did give him a bunch of pluses, so it's kind of our fault, but fuck, I hate this card so much, man. I hate when my opponent gets to tribute over multiple of my monsters to summon out one of theirs. I think that's just the lamest mechanic. I don't mind Kaijus. I don't mind, like, 1-for-1ing my guys, but, like, 2-for-1 and 3-for-1ing, I absolutely hate it. Like, so much. What is bro thinking about? Is bro gonna time out? Is that our alternate win con? How are you doing this mid-chain, by the way? What does this do? Okay. And we're just gonna summon this out. It's nothing particularly exciting. The issue is, this gets stopped by this. I mean, we'll attempt to use it. He'll stop it with Stardust. Oh, he's not going to stop it with Stardust. Okay. Probably should have put this in the EMZ as well. Monster effect is activated. Which one's this? You can only control one. Monsters your opponent controls lose 1,000 attack defense. Go effect, you contribute 1 extra summon cards, push summon a non-fairy from your deck. Okay. It is time to burn. But what if I were to forbidden droplet you? That's a quick effect. Does this change anything, though? No, okay, that changes everything. Oh, that is actually so annoying. Okay, so if I had done this during the standby phase, there's a lot we could have done here. I think I could have won this, but I balked it. Because I think the play would have been, in the standby phase, we use Forbidden Droplet. We use it on his. We would also send one of the monsters so that he couldn't use his effects. I didn't even bother reading his effect. Then he couldn't have done this. We also get the extra... Oh, no, because we don't have thingy, right? Because it's... Yeah, Shio's back in there. Yeah, so the play would have just been to just send one of the lava golems rather than getting greedy. Because again, the only thing we had to worry about was like a Kiteroid. Like if we didn't have Kiteroid, we just win if we just sent the lava golem there. That's fine. That was my first game against Generator in speed, like in Duel Links, so we're fine with that. Did you ever get Dolka? No, I haven't got Dolka yet. I don't see a point in getting the Dolka until I'm going to use it, right? I don't see a point in buying it, and then, like, if I just don't play dinosaurs for the next, like, 6 months, for whatever reason, and then Dolka gets a reprint, I'd feel really silly for, like, spending out to get it. So I'll get it when I want it. Is there any deck that plays better outside their own skill just because of no deck restriction lock? I don't know, to be honest. Like, there's some... Like, there's been some, like, dinosaur lists going around that don't use... Oh, that's not a good hand. That don't use the dinosaur skill, because the dinosaur skill can be a bit restrictive. Like, we saw one using the Dragon Master Knight skill yesterday in Grand's tournament. Obviously, some decks play Defleur. Like, Dinosaur is another deck that plays Defleur. So, like, there are different builds that people have, which, like, they do just try out with that. I mean, we're playing this. This is basically a Dragon Maid deck, like, if you kind of think about it like that. And we're not playing the Dragon Maid skill, right? So, some of them, kinda. The worst part is, we're against Hero, which is basically just Floodgate Turbo, and we're going second. Which is, like, that's so bad for us in so many ways. Because we now have to deal with Super Poly, and unfortunately, neither of these two deal with Super Poly. Sword Sword Tenyi, I guess. Not sure if it's better than the skill version, though. I don't know, the skill's, like, pretty good. Because the issue comes in, like, you'd have to replace the skill with something. So, like, what's the next best, like, generic skill you could play? Like, for a lot of... If you have, like, a Link deck, it's usually that... what's it called? Like, Legend of the Heroes or whatever it is that just gives you a bunch of life points. If you're playing, like, a Dark deck... I guess, like, we have a lot of those new skills, which are, like... Oh, you can send a Dark monster from your hand to the graveyard and draw 2 once per duel. Like, maybe that'll end up in it. Would you like to play the new Blue Eyes? I'm not really a big Blue Eyes player. I've never really been into that. Grabs the Stratos. The question here is, if he goes Necro Valley, that's kind of the pain in the ass. But again, we can kind of deal with it. Kind of. Right, there's Joan. The problem is, we have to play around this very deliberately, right? So I think we have to activate this. Because he could Super Poly us, I think I have to grab the second Joan. It doesn't matter what we send, really. So we summon out the Joan. But he could Super Poly... Oh, this is the other issue, is we can't deal with 2 of these. It doesn't really make any difference, so I think we just have to let that go. Then we normal summon this, and then he'll Super Poly this, and then we're basically dead. Yeah, unfortunately we can't play through 2 interactions if we don't draw our MST. What about DM? Again, I'm not really a big DM player either. What's in the new box is 2 or 3 of, you asked? If you want to play thingy, shouldn't you have used Eclipse first? Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot he had the arm dragon on the board. I was literally tunnel visioned on the Super Poly. But even if we did that, I don't necessarily think it matters, right? Because we're already down a big dragon body, which means we can't make Shio. Go in second again, not the best. The other issue is that if he could just also hold the Super Poly. So like we go Joan, we get our +4, but then he just holds the Super Poly for when we make a boss. Moye pass, eh? Alright, we'll reveal the Joan. We'll grab Luster Dragon. Oh, that's a little bit annoying, actually. We don't have a good card to send. What is this hand? We got everything we would send. I mean, I guess we're getting rid of that. This is a weird hand. I mean, we win anyway because he's hard bricked, but like we had such a weird hand where I'm like, I don't know what to do with this. This has never come up before. Right, we'll get like 1 or 2 more games in, and then we will try out some of these puzzles. Because I have a feeling these puzzles are going to be tricky. I think there's 2 new ones. I think we went and downloaded 2 of them. Todd! It's Todd! Todd from Japan! Playing Seto Kaibo. Going second again. Obviously, we'd rather go first. I haven't really sussed out the best way to play going second yet with this deck. This hand is okay, as long as we don't draw the other Luster Dragon 2. Right, Chi means he has a negate. With this, we probably have to go Joan into Joan, because that will play around Chengqing? Chengqing? I'm really bad with the names. Activates Emergence. Is that a second Emergence? No, discarded Emergence. Okay. Go Longyan. Summon that out. Get out the 4. Go into the 10. Shengying. Lots of back row as well. Okay, what is the plan? I mean, we could just activate the skill, summon, but like with 2 back row, there's a good chance he has a way to interrupt us. The alternative is that we just... Because we could just go Droplet. If we just Droplet for 1 on Shishao, like what does he do after that? We could also just summon the Dragon Maid. Like, as like a normal summon, see what he does. Right, we'll summon out Chamber. We'll attempt to activate Chamber. Let's see what he does. Okay, so he's going to go for the Chi-Shao. Then we'll go Droplet. Okay, so we can only do that once, so we might as well hit this one. Then we grab Hospitality. Okay. So now we'll activate our skill. Reveal Joan. Grab Joan. We shouldn't have revealed Joan there, really, because now he knows that he can play around it. We'll send Parla. Normal summon Joan. Activate the skill. We'll flip this up. Stamping Destruction. Blackout. 2 cards to destroy them. That's annoying, but he always had the option to do that, so we were never playing around that. Okay. So we can activate that, bring that back. Activate that to fuse it off. Okay. I think we were fine there. We didn't have a normal summon left, but we could have activated Hospitality, bring back Parla. Parla send Tidying. We could then activate Changeover, go into Shio, which then deals with the other back row. We activate we activate Graceful, draw 3, discard 2, so we could get rid of the Joan that's just kind of bricking our hand up. I think we were in a pretty good spot there to win. I don't know if we would have won there, but I'm pretty sure we were in a pretty good spot there to win. Alright. Let's go and try some of these puzzles out, I think. I think that's the next thing we're going to try. So... Alright. So, for anyone that doesn't know, we are going to be doing some Rush Duel puzzles on EDO Pro. And what that means is, basically, people can make their own, like, duel puzzles that we can sort through and, like, see how they work. Basically, they make, like, a... You know, it's like they have in Duel Links, where, like, you do a puzzle, it's like, win this turn, etc., etc. So we're going to see how this goes. So this is one of the new ones that we haven't done yet. So this is, do not harass the waitress. Your starting life points are 10, your opponent's starting life points are 2,000. Win this turn. I'm not satisfied with the puzzle. Okay. Right, there is already so much going on. Right, opponent's hand. We have 3 Winged Dragon Guardian of the Fortress number 1. The graveyard is 3 Beaver Warrior, so there's a bunch of nothing. Sakuretsu Armor. And we have Cheerful Waitress. So Cheerful Waitress is a really interesting card. So this is face up level 7 or higher wind attribute monsters on your field with 1200 original defense, gain 400 attack, but you take no battle damage from battles involving this card. So we have to either attack 4 times to get a direct hit in, or we have to destroy some of these with card effects, is what I'm thinking. We got Fusion, Cyber Falcon, and Avian. We've got Outerverse Detonation Fusion. So is this locked? When a monster on your field is destroyed by an opponent's attack or their card effect, add 2 to 3 Outerverse from your graveyard to your hand. Then you can fuse summon an Earth, Water, Fire, or Wind attribute monster in attack position by shuffling monsters from your hand into the deck as material. Okay. We have Flame Wingman, Mac Mega Falcon, Cyber Falcon, gain 500 life points. If you gain life points, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. So if I could just get out 4 of these, I would just win. I need a way to recycle it. Divine Cat or Healer plus 1 level 4 or lower wind attribute monster. Neither player takes battle damage from battles involving this card. During your turn, this card gains 200 attack. So this can't inflict damage, but it doesn't matter because we can't inflict damage anyway. So we need to find a way to get... I mean, these have 1,000 attack, right? So if we go Flame Wingman, we can burn for 1,000. So if we can go Flame Wingman plus 2 Mecha Falcons... That's just lethal on its own. But he's got Sakuretsu Armor. So we have to play around. So we need a way to either pop the back row or we need to attack with a different monster first. I don't think any of these pop the back row. This one do. So one card from your hand to the graveyard. Send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard. Then if the only monsters in your graveyard are wind attribute monsters, you can special summon 1 warrior type monster from your graveyard. In face up defense position, this turn you can attack with wind attribute monsters. Okay, so Prisma's a light. So we can't have him go to the graveyard before we use substitute if we want the bonus effect. If we have 10 or more cards in our deck, send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard, then you can add a secret order, cross target, or sign printing or new start from your graveyard to your hand. This turn you can only attack with wind action monsters. Okay. I've done this one, so I can stick around. Okay, cool. I don't think I looked at the new puzzles. We are entering the puzzles era for Rushel. Georfio. What do you mean Georfio? Why did you just randomly say Georfio? I've done this one so I can stick around for you. So I only downloaded the puzzles that are pinned. So if it's pinned, I downloaded it. The bot always activates the trap card as soon as possible. Yeah, I know that much. Right, what do we have in the deck? We have sign printing. So if we can get that in the graveyard, we can get that back with this. And this is 10 or more cards in your deck. We have 11. Send the top 2. So if we activate this, we just get this immediately. We have Cattle. Cattle is obviously a really, really good card. We already know what this does. We have the Burstinatrix. So if we want to get into Flame Wingman, we either need this Burstinatrix or we need to use Prisma. Alright, I think we're going to start clicking buttons and we'll go from there. So I think we always do this. Because that gets me this, right? So this is a draw card. So what do I want to draw? I could draw Cattle Healer. But I think I want to draw Burstinatrix, right? So we could use this. I don't know what we're discarding, but I could use this to mill 3 and then get access to the Burstinatrix. Right, let's just start doing stuff. Let's go Dark Factory. We're going to need this at some point, and we're going to need a Cyber Falcon. We're going to activate Music Princess's Substitute. I don't know what we're discarding is the big issue here. I don't know if we're going to need Prisma. We'll get rid of Prisma here. Oh, no. Getting rid of Prisma messed it up. All right, let's try again. Let's try again. Right. We need this back again. I don't know if it matters when we activate this, but I think I'm going to need both of these cards at some point anyway. So we have to activate this. The only card we can't get rid of is that. I don't really want to get rid of that. Let's do this. So this gets me Cattle Healer. We can activate Cattle Healer by sending itself. That gets us the first of our birds. We can activate the bird to gain 500, burn 500. So we need to get out another bird. We now have that on top. So I can activate this because we now have a level 7. Then what? We have the life points to get back one guy. So we take this back. We summon, activate the effect of Prisma. Make it become Cyber Falcon. Activate the effect. Get rid of this. Why can't I make thingy? Wind has to be wind. Oh, so Prisma is just like massively in the way. Okay. I don't think we can win from this point then. We're just clicking buttons at this point. See if we learn anything else. So we attack with this. He activates Saku. That gets killed. We do this. This is what we were always trying to do. We were always trying to get to this. but we've missed... Obviously, we've misplayed somewhere, because we want to be able to get another bird out. Okay. Oh, Beaver Warriors and Graveyard. I see, I see, I see. Alright. We need to get an extra fusion. I really think this guy is just straight bait. Like, he just... Everything he does is just not beneficial to us. I still think this is the start, because we need to do it while we have that many cards in deck. Let's go Star Restart. Get rid of this guy. We'll grab out Falcon. We'll grab out Fusion. Summon it out. Activate Fusion. Out he comes. Activate the effect. We still have to discard something. Right, let's do this. We'll try discarding Star. We use this to get the Burst Dinatrix again. We go Dark Factory for both of these. We activate, send this. We'll go with this. Okay. We activate this, burn. What do we do now? I need to make... Can I fuse these two together? Gain 300 life points if you fuse summon a wind monster by sending wind monsters from your hand and or filter grave as material. This sending can take a wind monster. Divine Cattle Healer and a level 4 or lower wind monster. So theoretically, I can just do this. Activate the effect. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no, I need to send that. I forgot. I forgot I had to do that. Would that have... Right, so if I click that one, I fuse those two into that. Activate Star, because we've got enough life points. Get back Avian. That one attacks, triggers the trap. Get Avian. I think that's lethal. I think that's lethal. Right, let's try it again. Let's try it again. We add this. I have to remember what the hell I did now. We got rid of you. Was this... Did we star restart now? I think we star restarted. We got this. And this. We summoned. We activated fusion. We got into this. We activate the effect. We burn, we heal. Then we did this. We discarded Star. We got back Cattle. We did this, which got us into Burst Dinatrix. We did this to get 2 more birds. We activated, sent this, got out more bird. Bam. Activate bird, burn for 500. Summon, activate the effect, send this. We make this. Activate this, pay 500. Grab the Avian. Go to battle. Declare an attack. Activate Sakuretsu armor. Kills my guy. Triggers Outerverse Detonation Fusion. I don't think that matters. Then we go into Flame Wingman. And attack. Okay. We got through the first one. You had it there? Yeah, it's a shame. Damn, we start with a tough one. I don't know if this is going to be the harder one or not, though, right? Star recovers Avian, attack with Healer, then Detonation Fusion, then attack with Flame. That was everything you needed. I mean, yeah, we clicked on the wrong thing. We said that at the time. I don't think he reads chat, so we're good. Spoiler bros. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. When I'm, like, super deep in, I'll do it. If I, like, get really stuck, that's when I'll probably, like go hard on chat and be like, what are we doing here? Alright. Fight against the Titan of Time using the power of Eternal Youth. So one thing I should say is when these are on the Discord server, they do have, like, an image attached to them. So, like, that's kind of like a clue. So for this one, the clue was the Cattle Healer. For this one, the clue is Time Machine. So I do kind of have, like, a hint going in, just so we're clear. Starting life points 100. We've got to do 5,500. Objective win this turn. Face your enemy head on. Also, don't pay attention to any bug. The puzzle works as intended. What does that mean? Okay. So this one is, if you have no monsters in your graveyard, your opponent can activate trap cards with this card declares an attack, and also this card's in max mode, it cannot be destroyed for its card effects. We have cards in the graveyard though, so those effects aren't live. If you have no monsters in your graveyard, so that effect isn't live either. As long as you don't mess with the number of monsters in his graveyard, that's fine. Mirror Force and Time Machine. So obviously we knew Time Machine was going to come up. Time Machine is a really interesting one because you can bring back your maximum in maximum mode. There's also some, like, really funny stuff you can do with Time Machine that we worked out, that me and Alex did while we were playing Character Draft. I don't know how in-depth this is going to be with the Time Machine, though. Mirror Force, so we need a way to pop this, or we need protection, or we need something, right? We can't get Mirror Force. We have this is the new ritual spell to get the level 2s. This is the old ritual spell to get the level 9s. We've got Shoulder Phone, get back a high level. Backbeat. Shuffle 2 monsters from your graveyard into the deck. Shuffle 2 to 7 monsters with the same type from your opponent's graveyard into the deck. Then if you shuffled 4 or more by this effect, you can draw 1 card. We have 12 cards in deck, though. Isn't this, like, super RNG? Because if we shuffle 4 of his, first off, we turn on his effect, which is already bad. But then we'd also shuffle our deck. Because, like, theoretically, if I use this, the entire deck order changes, so it becomes an RNG puzzle, right? Wait, do we have his ritual spell? We just have monsters. None of these. Is it in the graveyard? Yeah, Prime Call Girl. So we don't have his ritual spell, so I can't summon this. Strania, we have the cat in the graveyard, right? We just saw that. We have Prime Claw Girl here. So theoretically we can summon this. We have the Prime Dwarf in the graveyard. Transam Prime Armor Nova. I think we have Prime Armor Nova. We just don't have it. I don't think I can summon him. We only have 1 copy of each of these. I mean, can't we just go pop the max, and then 55? I guess getting 55 is the puzzle. Because we could go into this and then just, like, get rid of it, right? So we could go... We can easily get 9 levels on board, activate the ritual spell, summon out pop the max. We still need a way to protect ourselves. Strania has the ability to protect from being destroyed by card effects. So I have to get out Strania. I mean, if I can get out Bluefin, that is also going to do it, but I don't have the ritual spell. So unless there's something I don't know about, I can't summon that. So I think I have to summon out Strania, because that's the only way to deal with Mirror Force. Will this bring back the maximum? When exactly 1 monster is destroyed by battle. So if I pop it with a card effect, that doesn't matter. How are we getting you out of the graveyard? I could... So you're a warrior, not an Aqua. So I can't get you back with Shoulder Phone. None of that gets you back. That's draw power. That doesn't get back that. This gives me draws. So we have 1 draw, 2 draws. So I could get the top 2 cards of my deck. I get these 2 to my hand. D and Keto, you contribute this card and blah 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 blah. Send one monster from your hand to the graveyard, gain 1,000 life points, gains 1,000 attack to the end of your turn, then you can have Prime Call. Prime Call's the one that gets back Fusion, right? Add one monster from your graveyard to your hand, just any monster, so I could get back Claw with this. Then you can add Fusion from your graveyard to your hand. You cannot activate monster effects the rest of the turn except Prime. So that's where you're supposed to use continuous effects. So I can go Prime, Poor Girl, Fusion, into this. Get this out, pop the max. Then what? I'd have to get rid of this. I mean, if I just get another ritual spell, don't I just win? Like, isn't this just... Alright, we'll reveal this. Special summon this. Normal this. Activate the ritual spell. Go for this. Activate the effect. Pop this. That's not how that works. Hey, Shui! Sorry, I did not see the, we haven't got the notifications on. But welcome on in, Shui. Hope your stream went well. Because, unfortunately, we're on a different thing at the moment, so we don't have the fanfare at the moment. But we'll do the exclamation mark Shui. If I can type, that is. I didn't manage to catch any of your stream today, unfortunately, Shui. If Shui's even still. I don't know how long ago they raided. But welcome on in. When you shuffle, it always goes on top. And from the bottom to the top of the graveyard. What do you mean, a human Portuguese sub-fan? That's not how Backbeat works. But then again, this should also be destroyed because he has monsters in the graveyard. Is this puzzle working as intended? Because at the moment, from what Human is saying, and from the fact this maximum is still on the field, this is not working as intended. So is this just bugged? Like, is there a fixed version of this or something? If you shuffle cat and dwarf, it will always be top cat then dwarf. Yeah, but why? Because that's not how Backbeat works. Did you activate your skill yet? I did not. I think this is just bugged. Puzzle rules? What does that mean? I haven't been told puzzle rules. Like, if things are working differently to the way they're supposed to in the actual game, you need to tell the people that are doing it that that's the case, right? Like, there's no, like, this should just be lethal. I should just win the game right now. It's always what happens in all puzzles. Oh, you mean the shuffling. But what about this not being destroyed? This should be popped. There is no reason this should still survive on the field. Read the last line.
Yes, a human Portuguese dub fan. It says, if you have no monsters in your graveyard.
It is all one line. They are not separate effects. You need no monsters in your graveyard to not be destroyed by opponents' card effects. I will even prove it. We go 1, 2, 3. Drag these up. Get this, and we'll go like, I don't know, dark hole. Take this out, put this in, put this up here. Hand test settings. Go 4, we'll go rush. Don't shuffle deck. Start. We'll fix that as well. Right. Oh, no, we can't do that. We've already messed it up. Right, restart. Right, we need a monster in the graveyard. So we summon. We special summon. We go 1, 2, 3. We end phase. Alright, opponent's turn. We have a monster in the graveyard. Activate Dark Hole. That's how it works. The puzzle doesn't work properly, Baj. We used, we went into Mai. We used Mai's effect, which destroys a monster. Because he has monsters in the graveyard, the maximum should be killed. But the maximum just has, like, immunity for no reason. That's what we're talking about at the moment. Because this isn't even how it works in EDO. Like, we've just shown how it's supposed to work. What's the problem again? So, Abyssal Dragon Lord Abyss beside your middle piece has the continuous effect. If you have no monsters in your graveyard, your opponent can activate trap cards when it declares an attack. Also, if this card is in maximum mode, it cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. As one effect, right? So you have to have no monsters in your graveyard to be protected from destruction, right? So we went to destroy it with a card effect, that being Evergrace Princess Mai, which says, then if you have a Grace Princess Kana in your graveyard, you can destroy one monster on your opponent's field, but it can't attack directly this turn. So we do that, we pop it, but it doesn't get destroyed. It just has protection. It doesn't know it's in maximum mode. But that's still irrelevant, right? Because the point is, this shouldn't have destruction prevention, but it does have destruction prevention. That's the problem. So, like, even if it sees it as a maximum or not, is irrelevant. Is something else protecting? Floating effect for turn before? I don't think you can emulate that, but I don't even know if there is. Discard part in your graveyard, this card cannot be destroyed. Discard protection. No, none of these cards do anything with that. The puzzle was an actual hellhole to help code. It was terrible. But it just doesn't work. Like, just flat out, these cards aren't working as intended, right? Like, alright, I can accept if you have a card that shuffles cards back into the deck in a puzzle, it You do nothing. You do nothing. Your effect doesn't work. So it's something with these two and these two. Attack starts with inflict some damage. I don't... Like, piercing is irrelevant, and he's only 25, so I don't think it's going to have anything to do with him. Strainier is, like, a must. Mari is probably a must. How's it going, Tomato? We've only just really started, because, like, there was a bunch of bugs that are a bit weird in this. Or at least, like, one major bug. And I think one working as intended, but it's a bit weird. We're going to want this in our hand, right? Because if we activate that, I can get back that, which gets me back that and that. That gets me out the fusion. But I think I can make a board, but it doesn't out this is the issue. Right, let's start clicking buttons. Let's see if stuff starts happening, right? So we reveal, we summon. We summon, we activate. We'll go into this. Activate the effect. We'll go shoulder phone, activate its effect. What do we not need here? Probably you. Reduce this. Right, that gets me back this. So we can tribute over this to summon this. Activate the effect. Oh. What's the top card of my deck? I think we need the attack boost though, so I think we're getting rid of that. We can grab this. I still don't know what to do with this. Summon. Activate. Next, I have to do that last. Activate. Take back this. Add back fusion. Normal summon by tributing one monster. Drop the fusion. We go into this. Has to be from hand. I mean, I guess we have to do this. I still don't know what we're putting on top, though. I guess I need just, like, something I can summon. Let's put these two on top for now. If they go on top. And get rid of these. Draw a card. Normal summon. Can't use its effect because we use Prime Call. Activate this. Into this. So this is the best I've come up with. But this isn't good enough. Tomato's loving the puzzle. No fights whatsoever. I mean, I wouldn't say as a fight. There was someone giving me incorrect information and me correcting them. There's not exactly a fight. That's like saying that, like, a bulletin board is a fight. Me go to gym and see Tomato still streaming me happy. Hope the gym went well. Hello, Echo Dubby. Doobie? Doobie? Double? Double. Echo Double. Oh, it's Double. I'm the person who created this puzzle. Double! I have a bone to pick with you. Why is this protected when there's monsters in the graveyard? I need to know. I need to know why it does that. I mean, there's nothing else we can do here, right? We go battle. We attack. He activates Mirror Force. We get protected. He loses 500 attack. That brings our guy back. Not much changes, though. He's gone down to 4,000. We attack with the 31. No, because he'd still be at 45. 45... That's still 14. I don't think we have the life points to survive it. Big bones down the lane. So originally I thought the protection and the no traps when attacking would work individually, but that the protection wouldn't be turned off with monsters in the graveyard. I built the entire puzzle, spent the whole evening fixing major bugs, and turns out I was wrong, and Evergrace Mai would have allowed you to just complete it. Yeah, that's the first thing I tried, was Mai, and it just didn't work. And I was like, why doesn't this work? This should work. I think if it's fine to leave it like this, but you have to, like, in, like, the info or whatever, you just need to have, like, a little line just explaining. Because, like that happened to me, and I was like, is this a bug? Is this intended? Like, I just didn't know, right? So I was like, is there even a point in continuing if it's bugged, right? If she's not relevant to the solution... Well, I don't know if she's relevant to the solution. If she is relevant to the solution, obviously you have to leave her in. But if she's not, just take her out. Seems like the easiest. Did you know EDO Pro thinks Meteor Charge draws a card? That's fine, don't worry about that. Go get him! Alright, well I don't know what the actual solution to this is yet. Okay. So we know it goes down to 4,000 attack. If I had enough life points, I would be fine. Could I get 2 activations? How would I do that? I would need 2 of this. Or... How many cards can we mill? I'd have to draw 1, mill, draw again. Because we have 1 draw, 2 draws. Well, I'd have to mill 3 times. I can mill once with you. Do we even have any other mills in this deck? We can mill with Mai, I guess. That's 2 mills. I don't... Is there a 3rd mill? Is there a 3rd mill I can get? I don't think so. So someone gave me a way to protect the maximum. It's intended. There's a sentence in the puzzle description where it says, any bug is intended. Ah, I see. In the final version of the puzzle, I removed that cheat of a protection, and instead I found out that I could pick and swap the maximum pieces with other maximums. The result is exactly the same, but now the protection is given by the left piece of the Red Eyes maximum monster. So in practice, the puzzle works. So have you got an updated version of this? I mean, I guess it doesn't really make much difference, right? It's fundamentally going to be the same. We just now know. So I need to... Right. What we're gonna try... We're gonna just, like, try some stuff, right? So we're gonna summon this. We're gonna summon this. We're gonna activate this. Go into this one. Get it out. Then we're gonna go for a draw. What's the best draw option right now? I don't think it matters what you boost, so I think you're fine to just draw me a card now. Then we tribute this to summon this. Activate your effect. We have to discard a monster, is the issue. Add the Prime Call. We can't activate Prime Call yet. So now you have to get this into the graveyard. So I could do this. Send this, summon this. Summon. Activate the effect. We'd have to get rid of this. Reduce this. Bring this back. No, this isn't going to work. We'll play it out, but this isn't going to work. It's too cost heavy. This gets me this. And the fusion. I would need one more card, I think, and then this would work. Because the logic would be... Oh, I never used its effect to draw either. Well, the logic would have been, we go battle, this would attack here, we get protected from destruction, that brings this back, this still has 2 attacks. That's the logic, but even if I had used it correctly, this still would have only been 38. Because I need this on the field as well. So I think we're 1 card away from that working. Would that even be lethal? If this attacked over... That would be 300. Then that would be 34, and that would be... Or 31. 31, yes, 34. Plus this would have been at 17. What's 34 plus 17? That's 51? That wouldn't even be lethal anyway, right? Don't worry, I'm also creating my own abomination. Yeah, there's 0 practical difference, aside from left and right pieces belong to the Red Eyes Maximum. The puzzle is solvable the same way. Breaking news, guys. Rescue Rabbit coming to Rush. Not as a legend. I mean, that's pretty interesting. Kana can only attack monsters with effect. Yeah, it can't attack twice directly. Well, like, my initial thought is... Or if we're talking about Mai... Mari could attack over it and then attack again, right? Because you attack it at, I guess, 4,000. No, because it would be 4,500, right? Then it would come back as a 4,000. So I'd have to get this to like 4,600. Which I don't think I can do that. How big can we get it, right? Using every tool we have. So this is 32, 34, 38, plus the 5 is 43. I need to get it at least an extra 300 attack. Which the ideal way would be just recycle Lady of Pumps. Or Fashion of Faith, as its new name is. But can I recycle it? I mean, the only way I could possibly recycle it is with Backbeat. Because we now know it puts it to the top. Right, let's try. We summon. We summon. We activate. We go into this. We summon. We activate the effect. Do we do this now? Does it make a difference? I need that in the graveyard, so I don't think it matters. We'll tribute this to summon this. We'll activate this. I need this on top. So how do I guarantee this is on top? Is it the first pick or the second pick? Someone managed to inflict a total of 6,400 damage in the puzzle while solving it. 900 above needed. Okay. I mean, I suppose I could use that. Well, I don't really want the extra annoyance. I guess we'll try this and see which one goes to the top. So Prime Dwarf went to the top. Oh, is it the rightmost card goes to the top? Which means I would need another one in graveyard before I could recycle it. If that's the case... That makes it a lot more complicated, actually. Let's do this. Summon. Go into this. Summon this. Then tribute over this. I don't want to use this yet, is my issue. I need to get another card in the graveyard, which I guess is you. Getting that doesn't help me either, though. Because if we're going to do that anyway, it doesn't matter, right? So we might as well do this now. Does Floor Girl even matter? Putting it to the top? Because I can get it back with the Prime spell anyway. Carla in hand doesn't do anything, though. Pura in hand doesn't do anything. We'll take it for now. We'll get rid of these. Draw the card. Normal summon. Activate. Oh, I actually forgot that it adds Grace Princess Kana. That could be important. Alright, we'll activate this, because that now gets me an extra body. Add Prime Cool. What was the point of this? I wanted to do this. Oh, because I wanted the extra boost from that. That's why. Tribute to summon this. Normal summon this. Activate the effect to get another boost. Then we do this. Oh, I haven't activated this effect yet, have I? Would that have been enough? That might have been enough. Right, let's try that again. Let's try that again. I keep forgetting to activate the mill because I'm trying to hold it till I'm supposed to use it. Alright, we summon. We summon. We activate. We go into this. That's fine. We summon this. We activate the effect. We get the draw. We hold that for now. I don't think the mill matters, so we can just activate this, I think. Then we go backbeat. I want you. I can actually just put that to the top if I want to get it, but I don't think it matters. Let's put these two back on top. This is how it worked last time. I think this is going to cause an issue though, because I haven't reduced him by 5 yet, and that's something I have to do at some point. Send that. Add this. Activate you. Send this. Add this. And if I had one more monster in my hand, there's actually a lot I could do with this. Summon this. Activate this. Then activate Prime Call. I don't even know what I need at this point. I don't think anything at this point matters because it's not continuous effect. Let's grab that. Add the fusion. Activate the fusion. Go into this. Can't use this anymore. That's only level 1. I think the issue is I didn't get an activation of Nian before I activated that, so I think that's going to cause the issue. Then we go battle. This attempts to attack. He activates that. That reduces it down. Yeah. If I reduced him by 5, I think... I mean, is that even lethal? I don't even know if that's lethal. Good morning, E-Hero GX, or E-Hero XGP. Welcome, welcome. Okay. We're getting closer, we're getting closer. Alright. We'll summon. We'll summon. We'll use this. We'll go into this. We will then activate his effect. Or her effect. We'll summon one card from your hand. Okay, we'll activate this. Grab this back. Normal this. Activate the effect. I'd have to tribute both to make the room. Let's try this. We'll do this. Activate this. Oh no, because that's messed it up again. Has it? We'll see where this goes again. Okay. Those go back. We draw the card. We summon. Discard for the draw. Grab back the Kana. Activate. Send back the Kana. Grab the Prime Cool. Again, we just have to make room. Summon. Activate. Then we go Prime Cool. We just need a low level, right? Oh, it needs to specifically be like a at least level 2. Add the fusion. Activate fusion. Go into Strania. Summon. Go into this. Battle phase. Attack. Time Machine brings it back as a 4K. Attack again. 31. Okay, we got there. 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 That took a lot longer than the last one, but we got there. Oh. I think this was genuinely really hard. Like, even if we take out, like, the rules thing being a bit weird, this was actually a lot more difficult. I guess the thing is, because, like, I think the thing that, like, threw me off was I was trying to find a way that we could survive attacking with one of the others to bring my own guy back, which I think is, like, a really cool way to do it, but it, like, doesn't make a lot of sense to solve this puzzle. This was my hardest puzzle yet. The hardest to create, too. I mean, I can understand that. W puzzle. Was it 400 over? You'd have to go back and look at the VOD. I couldn't tell you. Why are you shuffling cat if you were going to get cool anyway? Why are you shuffling cat if you were going to get cool anyway? Well, it just makes no difference, right? It didn't matter what we put in the hand. Like, we could have sent it to the graveyard and it would have made any difference. Currently thinking of another puzzle. Yeah, it's 400 over on purpose. I didn't make it exact count. I see, I see. That was fun, though. I do... Like, I'm just a big puzzle guy in general. Like, I used to really like doing the puzzles in, like, the old Game Boy Advance games. So, like, I'm just a big fan into this sort of thing. Oh, that was... Oh, that was mentally draining, though. I'll tell you that much. And someone did it even better. I am not competitive enough to try and, like, outperform, right? I'm quite happy with just finishing it. They loot both Fashion and Nian. Okay, so you would have to get both of them into the graveyard, then put them both back to the top of your deck, draw both. I suppose drawing both of them is fine. The question then becomes, how do you make room? So the way I'm thinking of it is you have to summon out Mari, because you have to have Mari on the field to make it worth using Bastion of Faith, right? Because otherwise there's no point recycling it, right? So you recycle it after this is on the field. So you have this out, you have this out, you have this out. These two go to the graveyard, put them both on the top of your deck, draw both out, but then how are you getting both of these in the graveyard whilst this is still on the field? The way I was doing it was I was tributing over them. But if you tribute over them, you'd have one guy still on the field. So then you would have to summon out, like, Nian Nian. Oh, I see. You go Nian Nian, use its effect, get rid of a card, get back a boss, tribute over the... No, that's... I guess you have to do a double tribute to make room. So, like we did deliberately with one of ours. We just used it to make room. You make room, summon out the other one, use its effect, draw again. Okay, I think that would work. I thought it was the only way to even beat it. Do you want to see the replay? I mean, we can see the replay if you want. I don't mind. Oh, these are tough though. I don't know. Out of all of the puzzles so far, I want to say my favorite one is Trial by Fire. I think it's just involved enough that it becomes like especially there's like multiple ways to finish it, as well as like there's a lot of looping, which I quite like. Usually I started by normal summoning the bird and special summon the level 7. Then I would draw with the bird for free because I recover the card I sent, go into Mari, and then go into the Dean Keto. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright. Let's grab this replay quick. We'll show the replay of a human. I just need to make sure I've got the file open. How are we doing this? Christ, what is this even called? Okay, I mean that should be fine. Alright, so we'll exit this. Go to replays. The issue is I have a million replays. Here we go. Alright. So we immediately summon out Kiori, exactly like we did. Then we're going to summon out the bird, activate bird, get that back just for free. Then we're going to go into Mari, summon, activate the effects. This is all pretty standard so far. Then I think this is exactly what we did so far, except like slightly different with the bird order. We get out Dean Keto, activate its effect, send that, get that back, activate the effect, gain the attack, use that, put both of those back. Activate the effect. Oh yeah, that one can draw into that one. I guess that just logically just makes sense, right? And then because that's a normal, you can send it from hand. Yeah. Pretty good, pretty good. That's a lot of replays. I mean, yeah, we have a lot of replays. Now, these are like from all like tournament matches and stuff. I even have like the tournament folder up here, which is just like all tournament stuff. Some of these are like really old as well. I don't even remember the team locals. Let's just randomly jump into a game and see what's going on here. So I was on Sidra. Oh, this is when I was on Pure Glass Sidra. Oh no, this was thingy meta. This was Seven's Gear, Seven's Wonder Fusion Turbo meta with Barrier Statue. This was a dark time. It was still a really fun time, but really dark. Would you be interested in non-rush puzzles? I'm not opposed to it, but I would have to, like, read a lot more, because I don't know half as many speed cards as rush. This is just nostalgia now. Now I'm just watching a replay, by the way. Barrier statue Pog! I know, I know. Man, this was... This is just nostalgia, because this was years ago at this point. Like, this was actually years ago. Look, guys, it's the Limit 1 Grand Extreme. Or is it Limit 3? I forget what Grand Extreme's limit is in Duel Links, but it's something. Well, this isn't an ideal hand, not gonna lie. Alright, we'll come off of that, we'll come off of that. Alright, that is... I think, guys, that is going to be the end of the stream, I think. Is anyone streaming? Not really. I think we're fine. We're just going to call it there. So we'll go ahead and head over to our stream ending. That is going to be it for today. We did stream a little bit, like, we're later than usual, but we started later than usual. So it's actually a shorter stream, but we have gone on longer. Yeah. But we will be back on Sunday, and the plan on Sunday is to play Digimon. That is the plan. It might be an earlier stream as well, because I do have some other bits and bobs I have to do on Sunday. But we should be back with a Sunday stream. We'll be playing the new Digimon game. It's going to be a non-Yu-Gi-Oh thing. That's the thing from now on. Sundays is the non-Yu-Gi-Oh day. So, like, weekdays is the Yu-Gi-Oh streams. Weekends is the non-Yu-Gi-Oh streams. So anyone that's interested in watching the Digimon game, do that. Anyone that doesn't care about that, that's fine. Come back on Tuesday, where we'll be doing more Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!